I
mean,
want to know. I just want to know. I don't know.
how does color?
Well,
Okay.
this thing, you're dealing with, it's not just so much about color. You're dealing with cultures. You're dealing
Yeah.
with demographics. You're
Uh
dealing
huh.
with when you talk about a black woman compared to a white woman, depending on where they come from, too. Some of them may say they don't understand the dangers that most black women probably have gone through.
Exactly.
So white women be like, yeah, good,
Yeah, let's go.
let's go jump off
Yeah.
this bridge. I don't care, because they probably do it. They probably do it all the time. Black women be like, look, I just got my hair did.
Right.
I'm not jumping off this bridge.
We have different concerns.
There are different concerns. So, but he kind of went off on the deep end and said, this is the reason why athletes go out to play. Bro, get your job from home because you probably making yourself a.
See what it is, and I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but being a sister myself, I think sisters, and y'all comment, let me know if sisters comment and let me know if you agree. We kind of have a different standard, and I believe the reason why a lot of NBA players do go after women of other races because they're more tolerating of things like this. They're not gonna speak. All they looking at is, ooh, this dude got a lot of money. Now you got some black people like that too. You got some black women that are paper chasers or whatever they call them.
You got some black people that come from different areas. They don't, they've been taken care of and everything. They don't understand the dangers. I mean, but for the most part, the most black people I know,
but
we are more cautious about things because we understand danger. We understand issues. We understand poverty. We understand certain things. Like we understand working and struggling. Not to say that some white people don't, but for the ones that I know.
And you can't fault a person from what their culture and their background and things like that. That's what makes us unique.
I'm sure that's about the last black woman he probably gonna date, right?
But okay, so that brings up another question. So if it was so good in Winter Wonderland, I would say, then why would you come on a dating show looking for a partner? I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean, okay? Because I love all people. I don't do that, the race thing. I love all people. I'm more concerned about who you are as a person but why would you, if that's how you feel, why would you come on a dating show looking for a partner?
He's just trying out.
That's what I'm saying. That's not your type.
He wanted to try something different. So
what happened?
I mean,
What happened in Winter Wonderland that caused you to all of a sudden, I'm gonna go back to the black culture?
I'm just curious about this Winter Wonderland stuff. If you date somebody that's white, if they white, if they black, what do you call it? Black Street. Okay, let's get on. We getting far from the. I'm sorry.
Most people know like you. I'm a very passionate person, so at one point maybe I did raise my voice to Sabine and I made her feel uncomfortable over the phone. And it wasn't really about the money, but it was like, yo, you're just I'm not even, just because I'm an athlete, you think I have money. We're breaking that narrative of athletes going broke for 3 years after they play basketball. I haven't been in the league for 10 years now, 15 years. So it's like, I've made a lot of adjustments with how I spend my money.
What are we talking
about?
And
just because I have money doesn't mean I'm just gonna blow it. I'm not a strip club. I don't do that. That's not what I'm into. So I like to spend my money frugally, so it lasts. So it's just like, for you to be like, oh,
did you see it right?
Child court is the least expensive. That's more baggage than trauma. What other court have you been into? That you talking about this, like you know so many details about the system in court. This is my first time dealing with any of this bullshit. And it's cost me more money than I want to spend to see my child. That's all I know as a dad. My record is clean. And so what I'm dealing with in court right now, it's bothering me that my character still seems to be attacked by this black woman. It's crazy. When I only try to treat you with kindness Jensen, that's what I said. I said, how about, you said that I fall in love. Maybe it was,
He probably,
I was texting my
really
because somebody else reached out to me from the show that is more in alignment, to be honest with you, that I just been cool with. Again, I'm not dating, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm just mind boggling right now when I'm hearing what you're saying.
Right,
but,
chill.
Because she is chilling. She is over there like...
Okay. And I think she mentioned something about the ticket. The ticket was booked under someone else's name or something like that.
I have an assistant that, with this basketball stuff because I'm only one person. So I have a team of people that help me. I have people that help me with my media right now. He was helping my nonprofit with my basketball stuff. And my assistant coach Mike De Niro, who works for the Airline.
Wait. I got questions. So many questions. I got questions. So you're that busy. Now you just said that okay, you're an ex-NBA player. You run off an itinerary. You don't have to do speeches every day, but you need an assistant to book a date or your travel arrangements for somebody that you say is a friend. So
what do you say you do now?
I think he's a retired NBA player.
Okay, but I mean, okay.
But he's like, he has a nonprofit and he's also mentors people because he was saying that he works with a professor where he goes and mentors kids, you know, and things like that. And that's great. That's great. You know, but my thing is.
But your dating skills are off.
No, because. I would feel some type of way knowing that you had your assistant to book me a flight. I feel like that's something that you should have handled. You're not that busy as you say.
Dating is that's in the dating process. That's a personal thing. Look, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna take care of that.
Right. I don't.
That's kind of suspect, dude.
But
again, he probably thought he was doing the right thing, but that's not really how you do things.
You have. You
don't bring a stick on a date for one.
You have your assistant. You have your assistant book business trips.
You blog before you go on a date, and then you blog when you get back and say, "Okay, this is what happened. She's a beautiful lady. It didn't work out, but I don't." Unless y'all have an agreement. And say, "Listen, I'm a blogger. Do you mind if I blog on a date?" The whole big thing, one of the main things in this situation, that's not no communication.
Right.
First, she said she has a kid. She doesn't want anymore. He didn't know that. Bad communication problem. Right. Because if that was the case, you should have popped a balloon.
Right.
But I think she even said she didn't even mention that. Yeah. So y'all got y'all's communication is off. But let's finish it up.
The one who's like, hey, you can actually save a few $100s if you go through Hopper. Because I was just going through Expedia, just how I came out there to Phoenix. And I was going to buy the whole thing, like a package deal with the flight and the hotel. And I had a room, had a loft where I stayed, where you guys told me to stay in Phoenix. So I was like, oh, that's a nice loft in a hotel in New York. But it was 400 square feet. So I'm thinking, even though it had a city view, and she's coming from Alabama, I was like, yeah, that'd be nice. But I was like, I'm from New Jersey. Like most New Yorkers now, everybody's transitioning to New Jersey once a family. It's more space over here. It's the suburbs. It's not as much chaos going on. So I told her, I said, hey, I'll get you an Airbnb with a suite and a pool. I got a house with a pool. Instead of a 400 square foot fucking box she was going to be in. It was like, and like you said, if I'm paying for everything, it's just so like, if I'm saying like, hey, I'm paying for the gas, the food, I'm gonna drive across country to come get you. You my love.
You should do that.
And then I'll pull up in an RV. You like, where's the limo? Like, I'm not getting in that piece. So it was like, damn. Like, I took care of everything on the trip. And then he was like, yo, there's no hotel. And sorry, this last name I'm gonna leave with.
Is he speaking
with the Airbnb? If you book an Airbnb, a lot of time until the host approve you, they don't give you their address until they check all your credentials as a stayer. So I didn't have the address for you at the time. I was like, I didn't have the address until the
You told me you've been talking to the lady and that they thought I was crazy because you told her I was from Alabama.
Once I got that text message that the next morning you said you wasn't coming, then I started texting. I was like, I was telling you your concerns. This was the next day once you told me you wasn't coming.
I'm from Alabama.
That was not it, Derek. That was the same day. I was at a hair appointment. I remember this stuff. First off, you told me that you originally said that you booked a loft. Then you texted and you said they were out of rooms. You didn't tell me until Friday, the day that I was supposed to fly out. My flight was scheduled at 7:50. You didn't tell me until 9 o'clock that morning that you had gotten an Airbnb. At that point, I asked you, you said, I've already booked it. It's already laid out. Bring a swimsuit. I told you I'm allergic to chlorine, but I'll bring a swimsuit.
Surprise.
You stated at that point, well, no, you stated at that point, that's when you start getting loudmouth. I'm paying for everything, this and that. I said, well, if it's a problem, I will find my place. I will find me somewhere to stay. You said, well, it's okay. I'll just put you in a 3-star hotel on the side of the road, but I'm not coming back and forth. You said, hold on, let me talk. You said, I'm not coming back and forth to pick your ass up. That's what you told me. Then on top of that, no. On top of that, why would I want to go somewhere and stay with someone who told me that I have all this trauma, but I'm sitting here with that you are a privileged N-word. That's what you called yourself. You act like that was a badge of honor to call yourself a privileged N-word.
What's wrong with being privileged? That's what I'm saying.
You said it like it was just amazing. Oh, I'm a privileged N.
Like I'm saying, you have no worries.
Lawyers, doctors, people.
I'm saying you have no worries. I'm saying that thing. I'm not saying you don't.
I wasn't trying to budget.
Guys,
I wasn't trying to judge you.
Let's be civilized.
Order.
I was trying to tell you you had no worries.
You can never talk with
You wasn't coming to maybe the environment you were telling you grew up in. That's what I was trying to tell you. You didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to worry about somebody breaking into your Airbnb.
Both of y'all are weird.
There wasn't an issue.
I haven't lived in that demographic since I was 11 years old.
I don't know. I'm not judging you. Regardless if you're there or not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is...
But you were first to bring it up.
It's like making sense.
You talking out your neck, and you talking reckless.
It's so common.
Okay, so Sabina, you ended up letting him know you're no longer coming after you're saying like he kind of told you all of these things over the phone.
When I started hearing that, Arlette, I look, my friends are kind of saying like that's a red flag. You don't want to get all the way there. A person ghosts you. You don't know where you are. You're staying at an Airbnb. I see all these stories. People having cameras in Airbnb. People, burglarizing Airbnbs. It happens. Whether you want to highlight it or not. Crime can happen anywhere, anytime, any place. And if I'm by myself, I'm not armed, I don't feel safe. Who invited? Now, I could see if he had invited me out, Arlette, the second or third time we've been on a date and someone says, I'm going to get you an Airbnb. But the first time, and you don't even care about my safety, even when booking this flight, you never said, well, hey, 7:30 is going to be a late flight, but you're getting in at 12:50 a.m. in the morning. Is that a problem? I've never flown at 12:50 in the morning. Everybody know that's when you get the cheaper flights at night.
No.
So where is this 15? I'm still trying to, my math ain't mathing. I'm trying to understand where is this $1,500 coming from 327 because that's what the receipt said.
Yo, you still stuck on the 15. I'm not even worried about the $1,500, sweetheart.
Oh, well, no, because you said that you had to feed Miles in your house. This is another thing, Arlette. He originally wanted me to stay with him at his grandma's house because he lived with his grandma. He wanted me to stay at his grandma's house in a guest room. Now, who invites someone they're trying to impress and somebody who they care about to come to their grandma's house and stay in a guest room? If I'm flying, I'm flying. And I don't have wings, Arlette.
I got it. I have somebody else living there. So that's made up. I might have told you that I stay with my grandmother. I help my grandmother.
You're an ex-NBA player. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just trying to understand. If I'm an any athlete, and I have some success, what you do with the money? Why are you staying with your grandmother? That's why and you got kids.
And some don't add up here.
Is that what's out there?
I guess it is. I don't know.
I guess that's sexy.
I guess it is. Ooh. Stay with your grandma.
You stay with your grandmother? Oh my God.
You got a rap sheet? Ooh.
How big is your room?
Ooh.
You're an ex-NBA player. I would have invested on. I would have at least bought me a house. Cause I know there's some they're living off their retirement. They're doing pretty good. You do well with that money. You can live off. You probably can live off the rest of your life. Depends on how successful you are. As long as you ain't, the only ones that's not successful are the one that just splurge their money on stuff. But now think about it. She said that he hasn't really answered to it yet. But it's just the idea, and you got kids.
But I mean, he didn't really say. I mean, he invited her over to the grandma's house to stay at the grandma's house, but he didn't really say he stayed there. We just kind of assuming.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't really answer it, but I'm just going by the idea.
But that's crazy. Why would you, this lady that you're just meeting, why would you even bring them around your family like that? Your grandma at that. That's a safety issue. I'm just saying.
It's like this, and I would encourage any young lady, any lady that's dating, as far as letting a guy, if he's going to have you to come to his spot, he should pay for it. If he's calling for it. Now, it's best to have your own money, have your own way, have your own this, have your own all of that. But y'all not even in that far in the relationship in that just yet. Unless this guy, y'all been dating half a year, almost to a year, almost to an engagement, to the point you just know ain't nobody else. And then, okay, yeah, I'm paying for your ticket. Matter of fact, you can come stay with me. Or I got an Airbnb. You already trust him. But this is too soon to be talking about. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm old.
What?
Maybe it's me.
Maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I'm sensing. My spidey senses is spideying right now. Well, I'm thinking that, he's being honest at this point. I'm saying when he said about, okay, once he saw that she did not align with who he really wanted, the only thing that makes sense to me at this point for you to spend $1,500, like you said, was for a booty call. Because why would you, if you say you spent that much, why would you fly somebody down that you said that you don't have no interest? You've already made it known that you want somebody else via group chat. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, that you were thinking that, okay, well, I'm going to fly her down there. I'm going to get something out of the deal. I don't really want her. You did not communicate that to her. That you were just going to do this so that you could.
This was going to be your next baby mama.
Or just a one night stand thing. Well. I mean, because think about it. I mean, he already said that, being in the NBA, that was their lifestyle, to fly women in to where they were, set them up in a place. You can't tell me that all of that wasn't going on, that they weren't having relations with multiple women. Okay? They weren't just doing it just so they could just look at them. They was in the cookie jar.
Okay.
Just saying.
Cookie jar. Let's finish this up.
Now, my family has multiple family homes. My uncle lives around the corner. My cousin lives down the street. My sister has a house and we have 5 family houses. That why buy another house? I have a house in Florida that I'm dealing with my mother's child. We getting really technical here, but it's like I would never suggest that you staying at my grandmother's house. So that's a lie.
You told me to stay there, and I told you I'm not staying at your grandmama's house.
We'll stop that there. I'm going to entertain it.
Let's let him finish. Go ahead, Derek.
That sounds good.
I don't know who's telling.
Okay, so after she told you she's no longer coming, the trip was canceled. What happened after that? Did you guys stop talking, or?
Yo, peace be with you. All love, peace be with you. No hard feelings. Peace be with you.
Yeah, I sent him a text message and I stated, I highlighted, I don't, respect is due to a dog. I don't like nobody raising their voice at me. I don't like nobody raising their voice at me. For a person to tell me they're not coming back and forth to pick me up, they're not picking my ass up from no hotel because they're complaining about gas and travel, etc. That was kind of like, oh yeah, bring your credit card. I know to do that. I don't need you to tell me that.
Arlette, have you ever been to New York? Have you ever been to New York, Arlette? Because she hasn't. Have you ever been to New York?
I've been twice.
You told me so, then you're lying.
You never asked me have I been to New York.
I did. That was the conversation we had.
All right. So from what I'm hearing, after Savina canceled or said she was no longer coming, that was the end of that. You guys no longer spoke after that conversation.
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. Maybe she did speak to me.
They sent me
there's another chat somewhere.
Sorry, Savina. Let's let Derek finish.
Maybe there's another chat in the chat room, and I said something to her in the chat room that was.
I think you would know that, bro.
That she's going to tell me that I said.
Be sarcastic.
Have I talked to you since our last conversation?
He just sent me a DM that stated something along the lines of I broke his heart or something, or his feelings or something, and that was it.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, he just didn't make me want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give me nothing that really just interested stood out to make me want to continue to communicate with him. I don't feel like he really wanted to align with me. Again, as much as he keeps speaking about Jasmine, if you're watching this, please give Derek a call.
I talked about Jasmine the first day. Oh my God.
All right. Anyway, for us to wrap this up on a better note, are you guys working on any projects or anything that you're working on that we can support you on? Savina, let's start with you.
I'm just a simple 9-to-5 girl. I'm still mentoring my babies. I'm possibly in between jobs, doing family intervention work, more so working with youth and creating individualized service plans for youth to, combat crime in the city, gang-related activity, promiscuous behavior, things of that nature. Again, I'm just a plain Jane for myself.
And Derek, what about for yourself?
Being that the show kind of set me on fire, like I still want love. I still genuinely want to align with somebody that's aligned with me, and
we talking about?
Some real genuine shit. We talk about a lot of these girls be one way on camera when they get in camera, when they get in front of the light, it's one thing, and then behind the scenes and really trying to call them in real life, like, they act like they know this stuff, that they too good. They have so much stuff going on. Like, it's not really.
She asked you.
And you want to, I was telling some guy.
She asked you. What did she ask him? I'm lost again.
She said, let's end on a positive note. What is going on in your life now? So she began to say about what she's doing positive things.
Right.
He's still talking about the show and what and women and dude. Bro. I see what she's saying. He's all over the place. Like, he cannot answer a simple question. He gonna take you down a rabbit hole every time.
No, the best way for him to communicate is let him blog.
Yeah, he's a blogger.
Maybe he'll talk better if he's blogging.
Right. And has his music.
I had such a great time on your show. I was telling people, like, these young kids in New Jersey, because they're having issues with the same kind of dating situation, people trying to live their life through social media. I was telling them, I'm going to talk to your husband about it. A dating show, Walking with Character, where we put females and men through character challenge, substance, like, so we get some substance. I'm tongue-tied right now. We get some more substance in our culture, how we're dating, and how we're really going about this. And along with the stuff I already talked about before, the Kobe Long
Yeah, bro, go take a nap.
Thank you guys so much for coming on today and speaking with us.
Yeah.
I do wish you both the best in everything that you do. And once again, thank you so much for coming on, guys. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next
I'm so glad I
time.
got you. I don't think I would have made
I
it.
don't know.
I don't think I would have made it in the dating world today. I'm 48. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't. I think I know what to do. I don't know if I can handle what's out.
It's just a different generation, different mindset.
It is. It is.
It's like
And much love and respect to the new generation, because at one time we used to be the new generation. At one time our parents used to be the new generation. But things change over the time. But see, what's missing is foundation. The foundation of what love is, the foundation of what dating is. It seems like every generation comes up and say, I want to do it a different way. But you can't forget foundation.
Right.
If it worked then, it'll work now. Only difference is what you're building on top of it. Because it's a different area. But the foundation, for a house, you need a foundation. For a building, you need foundation. For walk around stuff, we don't have a foundation. We don't have a foundation, we just getting married. We ain't got no job, but we getting married. You need money. All I need is love. Okay, go tell the light bill people that.
they'll be like, okay, yeah, you're right. It's gonna be $139.52.
But I
How
love
will
you.
you be paying that today?
I'm sharing my love. You gonna be the
You're
only
gonna
one.
be in the dog.
You better invest in some
Oh
flashlights.
my God.
But hey, this was funny. This was something else. But
I'm still discombobulated.
That wasn't a good match. That was too much.
It wasn't.
That was too much.
That
drama.
was toxic.
We need to find one better.
Yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is our first reaction video on this channel. If you found us, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, become a part. And cause we're gonna be doing some more of these. We're gonna have some marriage talks. We're gonna do all of that kind of stuff. Okay.
What a story to start out.
Yeah. So y'all chime in, leave us a comment. Thank you for sticking with us this far. I know this was a long video, but thank you for sticking around. Put your comments in the comment section. We love to respond to you, see what your viewpoint is. All of that, we do respond. So, until the next one.